Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined for the first time on the channel by the WBO featherweight champion of the world, Robeisy Ramirez. Robeisy, how are you?
Good. You?
I'm very good, thank you. I want to start right from the very beginning, as it is your first time on Seconds Out. So just tell us a little bit about how you first got into boxing and which of the greats of the past, I imagine Cuban, that you looked up to as a child.
Bueno, mi inicio realmente fue por hobby, por
Well, it
embuste,
was
por
something
salir
that
de
I
la
was doing
escuela.
after school, and it became a career, and I
Y,
didn't know it would
y
get
por
this
ahí
far. And as
empezó
far as
una carrera
boxers who inspired
que
me,
nunca
I
imaginé
didn't really follow
que iba a
boxing a
llegar
lot, but guys like
hasta este
Rigondeaux,
punto.
I admired their style, but I
Y,
wouldn't
y
say
por
that it
otra
was an
parte,
inspiration. I didn't
boxeadores
really
que me
pay attention to the
inspiraron,
sport
nunca
at the time.
fui
As a kid, there was a boxer that I
eh,
liked. His name was
de seguir
Alexis
mucho el
Rubalcaba,
boxeo.
and my dad would ask me why, and up
Conozco
until today, I
y
still
tengo
don't know
mucha
why.
admiración por unos cuantos, Rigondeaux, Mario Quindelán, por su estilo de pelea, pero no era algo que los viera ni fueron como inspiración para mí. Realmente no estaba pendiente a eso en ese entonces. Creo que cuando niño, el único boxeador que me gustaba ver, que me sentaba con mi padre a ver, se llama Alexis Rubalcaba, y mi padre me decía que por qué, y todavía no tengo una explicación.
Great. And when did you realize that this wasn't just a hobby that you could do after school, but it was something you had a real talent for, something you could make a big part of your life?
Creo que ya después de que empecé a tener resultados a nivel nacional en Cuba, desde los 11 años hasta los
It
15,
was after seeing the
estuve
results at a
ganando todos
national
los eventos
level.
nacionales
I was maybe
y a los,
11, between
creo que a
11
los
years until
14 años
15 years of
estaba
age when I was
en un
winning
equipo
national
nacional
tournaments.
juvenil
When I was
en la
14, I was
selección
part of the
nacional,
youth national team where we were traveling to international competitions.
viajando hacia
By then is when I
competencias
knew that this would be my
internacionales y pues
career. That's what I
ya en
decided
ese
to do, and I
entonces
realized that there was no
supe
turning
que
back
era
by then.
mi carrera y a lo que me iba a dedicar, porque ya estando en esa instancia ya no iba a echar para atrás.
And how realistic was it for you as a teenager to dream one day of becoming a professional boxer? Because even your generation in Cuba at the time, it was rare for a fighter to be able to turn professional.
Bueno, estando en Cuba, llega un momento en que tú no... También yo tuve mis resultados bien joven, no pensaba en lo que es el boxeo profesional.
Monetariamente dijiste, ¿verdad?
Sí. La edad en
In
que
Cuba,
uno ve
you see the results at a young age, but you didn't really think about pro boxing. But then after I got my second gold medal and I saw that nothing was really changing, and life is based on that. It's about that, to keep improving. And so then is where I made the decision to leave Cuba, leave everything behind, my family, the story I developed there, and begin a pro boxing career and demonstrate my talent. And things have gotten better as well monetarily.
La historia que había construido en ese boxeo y venir al boxeo profesional a demostrar mi talento y a estar mejor en la vida monetariamente también, porque de eso se basa también un poco.
What family do you still have in Cuba, and are you able to speak to them regularly?
En Cuba están mis padres, están mis hermanos y mis sobrinos. Gracias a Dios y a todos los santos, ya
my parents, my brothers, nephews. Thank God my oldest daughter is in Brazil, so she's outside of Cuba. My grandparents as well, so almost all my family, but as far as the immediate circle, my parents and my nephews and brothers.
Del círculo más llegado, mi padre y mi hermana.
And do you still get to speak to them often?
Sí,
yes, I speak with them daily.
Diario.
And you talked about when you made the decision to come to the United States. Just tell us how you achieved that, what the journey was like, and what your life looks like now in the US.
Bueno, para nadie es un secreto que el deportista cubano pasa trabajo para salir de Cuba.
It's not a secret that it's very difficult to leave Cuba because the communists there have everything blocked and they have passwords that don't really allow us to travel outside, only to select places. So it was some tough times when you have to make a decision. You have to go time without social media until you get out, until you make it over, and you know you go through a lot of fear that they're gonna find you, and so all Cubans that become pros have to deal with that.
Cuando eso pasa,
But I think it's been the best decision I've ever made.
esconderme, tuve que estar mucho tiempo sin redes sociales hasta que ellos regresaran a Cuba, porque estando ellos en México todavía tenía ese miedo de que me fueran a encontrar. Por lo tanto, son momentos difíciles que pasamos todos los deportistas cubanos. Y en lo personal, yo me la vi fea, pero creo que hasta ahora es la mejor decisión que he tomado en mi vida.
And you suffered your only defeat so far as a professional on your debut. Did that motivate you more, and did it make it more satisfying when you eventually won your world title?
Mira, creo que si no hubiera pasado por eso, no estuviera hoy en día donde estoy. Esa derrota me dio a mí.
If all that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be where I am. That loss gave me the time, the desire to make the decisions that I needed to make. And that's when I went to Las Vegas and I met Ismael Salas. And in Vegas is where I met the team that I'm working with. And if all that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here right now.
Aquí cuando llegué a Las Vegas conocí al equipo que estoy trabajando hoy en día y todo salió así, todo fluyó así. Creo que si no hubiera pasado por eso, no estuviera hoy en día aquí donde estoy.
And you mentioned Ismael Salas there. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of times. Great guy, great trainer. I actually spoke to Joe Joyce earlier today at a press conference for his upcoming fight. Is he someone you've crossed paths with in Ismael Salas's gym out in Vegas? And if so, what's your relationship like?
No, sí, hemos compartido gimnasio muchas veces.
Yeah, we've shared the gym a lot together. We've had a lot of camps together. The relationship's good. I have good relationships with all the boxers at the gym. So we laugh and we talk and have a good relationship.
Nos reímos y hablamos y tenemos buena relación.
You won your WBO title against Isaac Dogbay. Very impressive victory. How did the satisfaction of the win compare to the Olympic gold medals you won on 2 occasions?
No, son dos satisfacciones distintas, son dos alegrías diferentes, emociones diferentes, vidas diferentes, te podría decir, porque en aquel entonces, como dije, era un niño, tenía 18 años, la primera, la segunda con 22.
Two different feelings. The happiness is different. The emotions are different. For the first gold medal, I was 18. The second one, I was 22. So that first time, I wasn't really conscious of it. The second was, I was more conscious of it, but it was a different kind of satisfaction. I wanted to show the communists and those who didn't believe me what I'm capable of. Here, the satisfaction is different. I was able to achieve what I wanted to do and see the fruits of so much sacrifice and labor and training and all that.
De que logramos llegar a donde queríamos y que es el fruto del sacrificio que hago lejos de mi familia y entrenando y pasando mis cosas para llegar a esto.
And what are the remaining ambitions? Do you want to unify at 126? Do you want to move through the weights? Do you feel you have the frame to do that? What would you like to do before, you're only 29, but before the end of your career, what are the things you'd like to have achieved?
Oh, realmente ahora mismo lo que hay
I would like to defend my title as much as possible. That's my goal right now. And then the ultimate goal will be to unify titles and become undisputed champion at 126 pounds.
La meta final es unificar y ser campeón indiscutido de la 126.
And with that in mind, apart from yourself, who do you consider the best fighter currently at or in your weight division, and why?
Yo te podría decir que yo, pero no me gusta hablar de mi persona. Realmente hay muchos boxeadores.
I can tell
Hoy en día
you
la
me, but I don't
división
really like talking about
tiene
myself. There are a lot of boxers
unos
today
cuantos
in the
boxeadores de
division, a lot of
calidad
good boxers.
y
And
que se
what I
pueden
can
dar
say
buenas
about that is
peleas.
that there
Es
can
lo
be a
que
lot of good
puedo
fights.
decir acerca de eso.
That's what I can say about that.
No es autosuficiencia, es amor propio y mejor que yo nadie.
Okay, brilliant. Just one final one then, as you know, that answer was quite short, so maybe we've got a minute or two. There's a fight we think is coming up in the featherweight division over here in the UK between Leigh Wood, who's a fellow champion, of course, and Josh Warrington, a former champion, causing a bit of a lot of interest over here in the UK. What do you think of that fight, and do you have a prediction?
Realmente creo que son buenos peleadores que
That's a good fight. Those are
ya que
good
están
fighters,
ellos
and if
por
they're
allá,
over
que
there, then they
porque
should
que
fight. And I
peleen
think
y
it's a good
eso
fight for the
realmente
division,
es bueno
and
para
they
la
could also
división
be
y creo
future
que
opponents
son
that I could fight as well.
futuros rivales con los que me puedo enfrentar y quisiera.
Gracias, mi amigos, and thank you very much. And yeah, let's do it again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you. Vamos a hacer esto próximamente.
Sí.
You know.
Thank you.